All right, let's take a look at this Star Wars Lego set called Boarding the Tantive 4. So this is a really neat set that recreates that dramatic entrance that Darth Vader makes at the beginning of A New Hope when he boards Princess Leia's ship, the Tantive 4. And it's really nice hallway scene recreation here. And it comes with a bunch of minifigures, which is always pretty cool. Let's just take a peek at the box. It's always the first impression. Got the nice minifigure lineup here, and one of the possible ways you could pose the figures, one of quite a few, honestly, especially for this set. There is a bonus minifigure. It's an exclusive minifigure, the ARC Trooper 5s, and that's in celebration of 25 years of the Lego Star Wars pairing. So that's been a very successful pairing for Lucasfilm and Star Wars, or Disney now, and Lego. It's a very nice pairing for both of them. Very successful. Here's another possible way you could pose the figures. Now let's move that out of the way. Well, so here is that bonus figure, 5s. He comes with a backpack. Let me just get this in focus. Printed legs and printed torso. We have this backpack assembly, rangefinder. There's also a little cloth pauldron here and 2 blasters, and then a little platform for 5s that's 25 years of Star Wars. And there's 5s. It's not a dual-sided head, but that's a cool little bonus, and then he also comes with his own little platform. Now for the main set, there's just so many options for where you can pose these figures, and there's lots of action. You can recreate lots of movement. And one of the features of this set too is there's a few different like little platforms hidden here where if one of the minifigures is standing on it, you just push this lever and they kind of fly away. And so that's recreating, you know, if you're doing your little pew 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 thing, I guess, and somebody's hit, they can just kind of pop up like popcorn a little bit there. So that's one of the fun pieces. There's just so many ways, you know, you can have the people, the little minifigs moving around here if you'd like. Oh, another one of the details is, well, here's Captain Antilles, but there's this, it's just like a little 1x1 round brick, and it's just transparent, and so that recreates, you can just have like Captain Antilles or somebody, it's like Darth Vader's using the Force on them and they're kind of floating. The other thing you can do with it is you can have Darth Vader hold it, and it looks like he's getting ready with the Force. It's like he's holding a little like bubble of the Force or something, and he's ready to throw it at somebody. That's what the people kind of popping off the platform, you know, that could certainly be Darth Vader using the Force there too. I mean, you know, you can use your imagination. It's maybe from the blasters, or it's maybe from the Force. I like the little Force bubble as being below somebody like Captain Antilles, personally. So, you know, there's some really nice detailing throughout the actual hallway too. So we have some nice curves in these sort of like archways, sort of this cross section. And there's also some decorative tiles and wedges here. So these are sticker pieces. They look really cool. They are sticker pieces. And then here there's kind of this paneling going on. And those are actually ingots. So in some other Lego sets, in, you know, like a gold color, these would be like gold bars basically, but you know, they work really well as this paneling on the ship. It's pretty cool. And then there's a couple vents here too. It's kind of a classic Lego piece. There's another sticker tile here, right at the doorway. Speaking of the doorway, you see in here, there's a few different decorative pieces. So this is recreating that door being blasted open by the Imperials. So we have a couple of those transparent cheese wedge pieces, and then just some other transparent tiles and plates. So it creates this sort of like fiery effect. But, so this door has already been blasted open in this configuration that I'm showing, but this is another feature of this that's really neat. So, you can see that there's this panel here, and that panel is actually a printed one, so that's not a sticker piece. You can see there's some patterning there, but then when you pull this little lever, that's how the door opens. And it's really neat, you know, if you look through here, you can get kind of Imperial perspective. Or the other way. Kind of get the Rebel perspective. So that's where you can there's a spot right here where you can put Darth Vader right in the doorway, or you know, you could put one of the other figures too. So like that's one of the many ways you could pose these figures. Look how nicely he's framed in the doorway there. Or you could have him kind of maybe right here at the opening. There is one of these spots, you know, to make the minifigures fly around, so it could even be Darth Vader standing there. Maybe he, you know, took a bad step and somebody hit him with a blaster or something. You know, you can create any of your alternate realities. But you can see it's a really fun, really, you know, stable set too. It's nice and sturdy for a nice display piece. And it does complement, a couple years ago, Lego released a set that I would say is kind of similar. It's the Dark Trooper Attack. And that scene recreates a different hallway scene. It's when Luke is boarding the ship in the Mandalorian show. And it's, you know, that Luke entrance in that scene is certainly paying homage to Darth Vader's dramatic entrance aboard this ship. But those are certainly complementary sets. Now this set has 502 pieces. That Luke set has, I think, more like 200 pieces. So there's definitely a difference in the piece count there. But yeah, this has just been kind of a look at this fun set. It's called Boarding the Tantive 4, and there's lots of creative opportunities for you. And there's just really nice framing, you know, to this set overall, where you pose the figures, and just, you know, some nice details in the tiling and the wedges and such as well. So feel free to comment below. And what do you think of this set? I'd like to hear from you.